Okay, here we are. It's July 17th, 1991, and we're all headed for the International Special Olympics in Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota. And there's Michael Gaal. Michael likes the sign.
Thanks, Dad, for making the sign. Yep.
After 14 years of gymnastics training and 4 years of state competition, Mike's ready for the international scene. Here we come, Minneapolis.
Who's this? Kyle.
Kyle?
And who's your coach?
Hi, Mike.
Coach Mike.
Thinking back to when Michael first got started in Special Olympics, we lived in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and he was 7, and his first event was field events, running and hugging and long jumping. And it was at that early age that we realized that he really was enthused about being a part of Special Olympics. My wife and I, kind of got absorbed in Special Olympics as volunteers. And from there, it just went from one event to another. We were introduced to gymnastics by one of his early teachers at age 7, and started with a mat in the living room where he was learning how to do a basic somersault. Then he went to a gymnastic gymnasium, and on and on and on through his 43 years till today, when he still takes a once-a-week lesson.
Ready? Yes! Excellent! And down. Beautiful. Very nice. That was easy. Easy.
It's in his blood. It's something he's done from little on up, and he's had a lot of success with it, and I think he understands that. And he's still using his body physically at the age that he is, and he's an inspiration to everyone around.
Down. Up. Good. Oh, yeah. All day. Beautiful.
He still has that same enthusiasm about going to the gym. We don't have to ask him, do you want to go today? He's ready to go every day.
Yeah, lift the hips, up high, push, and up. Hips up, yes! Beautiful, beautiful.
You knew when he walked in the gym, because everybody got high fives or a hug, and that's how he's been at a very young age, and at the age that he is today.
When Michael started competing, at the level of the state games at Penn State, in gymnastics, it was exciting, but it was stressful, with the hope that he would remember his routines, but he always did very well. Michael's been kind of a game day athlete. He would always rise to the occasion, and I think more times than not, he came back with 7 gold medals in gymnastics, 1 for each of the 6 events, and then there's a medal for the overall.
We just pulled in at the Civic Center Inn.
We never ever expected, and I think I could speak for my wife, to think that he would achieve the number of trophies and medals and recognitions that he's received locally and even beyond. I mean, he's got a lot of trophies and medals and newspaper clippings and videos of his accomplishments and so forth. So no, we never envisioned that his accomplishments would reach the level that they have. And it's really because of his enthusiasm and, again, the opportunities that Pennsylvania Special Olympics have given to him.
He was a large part of our program, developing and going from a lower level to the state level, regional, and all the way to the international competitions. And he always had a lot of stories and a lot of enthusiasm for what he was doing.
Oh, that was Coach Barry, that was his coach, and when Michael would do well in an event, that was the, yes, that was his coach, Barry Mattern. So that was a great experience. And how many medals did you win in Minneapolis? Seven medals. My other children were able to attend that event along with other friends and my parents. So again, it was just an awesome experience to be a part of the World Games. The Minneapolis-St. Paul people did a wonderful job and made us feel so welcomed.
Buddy, look at that's fine. Good luck, buddy, huh? Good luck, buddy. Good luck. You're good, all right? You're doing great, buddy. Keep it up, buddy.
When you're introduced to a child with a learning disability, in our case a Down syndrome, Michael has two older brothers and an older sister, but it was quite an adjustment. But you know, everybody just treated Michael as, you know, one of the family, and you know, then he got to an age where it was time to start school, and then he started school, and we had our challenges for sure when we were living in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, finding good classroom opportunities for him. My wife in particular fought hard to make sure that his class was integrated into an appropriate setting in a building, in a classroom, etc. He and his classmates were asked to go in the back door, and you know, we challenged that, and the superintendent said, you know what, you're right, and they did then integrate him into a local high school here in Bethlehem, and the superintendent and the principal were thrilled with that transition into integrating these special needs kids into high school. It was a challenge, but I would encourage any parent of a Special Olympian athlete to, you know, don't always take no for an answer. Sometimes you have to challenge the system to make sure your child gets what they deserve.
Now in 1996, Michael was inducted into the Pennsylvania Special Olympics Hall of Fame, the first ever class. He was personally inducted by his idol, the one and only Joe Paterno.
He was Michael's hero at that point. Penn State was his life, and he knew all the statistics of all the games. He had on a tuxedo with a Penn State bow tie and cummerbund, and he had to give a speech that night, and we were all nervous. Like, was Michael going to say what he was supposed to and come across the way we knew he could? And he didn't miss a beat, and there wasn't a dry eye in the place. Everybody was crying. He just hit everybody, and he put on a show. It was spectacular.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly honored to introduce Michael Gaal. Michael, where are you? Michael.
Thank you, Pennsylvania Special Olympics, for giving me this Hall of Fame award. It makes me very, very happy. I have lots of friends in Special Olympics. It has taught me to work hard. and do my best. I want to thank my mom and dad, sister, and brothers for always be there and for believing me. Thank you for this great honor. Special Olympics make me proud.
And as a parent, what you want for your child is for them to succeed to the degree that they can succeed. And one of the things that you hope they can have is a job. And we have been lucky that Michael has had a job for 15 years working at Lehigh University. And he works in the food court during the academic year from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. And you know, he maintains the area with making sure the tables are sanitized and everything is kept in order. So he just loves going to work. The students at Lehigh have been very receptive of having Michael around.
And Michael's been here such a long time, has a great relationship with all the other employees and with the students, and always a smile, always a positive attitude. And like I know when we have breaks over the summer and over the winter, he's actually looking forward to coming back and anxious about it, so it's a great thing.
And I'm fortunate in saying that in 15 years there's never been a negative incident anywhere, the Parkettes or Lehigh University, and I think Michael has learned that because of his exposure to Special Olympics and the variety of pressures that brings. So it certainly has helped his social skills and his interpersonal skills, and it's just helped, you know, develop him as a person. Now after 34 years, some of the gymnasts that come up to us in the community and say, "Oh, Michael, how are you?" I'm like, "Who are you?" "Well, I was at the Parkettes 15 years ago," and they still remember Michael. So, you know, that's nice as a parent to, you know, to have Michael recognized after all those years. So, it's been good.
This is a letter that was written to you in 1991 from a couple in Minneapolis who were at the World Games when we were out there.
Yeah.
Should I read it to you?
Yes.
Dear Mike, greetings from Minnesota. You may not remember us, but we had the opportunity to briefly meet you and your father while you were here in Minneapolis-St. Paul for the Special Olympics. You were such an inspiration and joy to watch. You're a wonderful athlete, and we were so impressed watching you. After the first time we saw you perform, my husband and I wanted to come back and see you again. So we both took time off from our jobs so that we could see some of the events you were performing in. We even got to see you receive some of your medals. Congratulations, you deserve them. We have been so impressed and inspired by you and your fellow athletes that my husband has signed up to become a volunteer with the Minneapolis Special Olympics. We're enclosing a set of the pictures we took of you and some of the other athletes. We thought you might enjoy them. We sure enjoy our copies. The Special Olympics this past summer has been an experience that will live in our hearts for years to come. Thank you for being a part of that. We both wish you and your family a very happy holiday season. Your friends in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were special people.
Yeah.
And they like to see you perform.
Yes.